Welcome back, baby dolls. You are a very yummy piece of corn. Yes, you are going to be having you for dinner tonight, aren't we? Now, a lot of people are finding it hard to accept the reality of crypto. Why? Well, it's very obvious why. We get emotionally attached to a crowd of people, to a narrative, and that's completely fine with investing. That's nothing new here. So you latch onto the story, the founder, the narrative, the community, the lights, the colors, and then the candles going up. All of these, they give you an emotional connection. However, there is something important to understand when it comes to this. The reality is this, and most people, it's hard to swallow, but I don't really care, friends. Go listen to someone else if you can't handle this. Most crypto do not have a product market fit that is sustainable enough to let them survive for like more than 10 years. They just don't. Most crypto don't. Product market fit, friends, means, is it sustainable to keep going up without just handing yourself out basically in inflation? Can you get growth of people coming in over time? It's just like a business out there. So in crypto though, we are trading attention. That's what we're doing, okay? We're trading attention. It's Metcalfe's law, right? The attention of people. People join, people leave. So when you join in, okay, people can leave and they can bridge out, they can. However, there are some certain patterns and principles that I've noticed from sitting here 18 hours a day. Once again, friends, I didn't figure this out myself. Well, I did figure it out by being 18 hours a day. I didn't like guess this and then have it right. I don't write these like long medium articles and try to put these theories. I don't really care. But I just sit here and I'm like, okay, I guess I've seen this show play out 50,000 times now. Now I finally understand. And I really, really wish someone would show this to me. That's why I'm showing it to you right now. By the way, most of the crypto industry don't know this because everybody is so caught up with their emotions, okay? But first, we're going to play some nice little gentle heavy beat. All right, let's go. Most coins, friends, most coins do not have a product market fit. So that refers to like a use case. Now, we can point to a few things. I mean, there's 100,000 coins now, all right, plus. We can point to a few things. Bitcoin, chosen store of value, okay? Ethereum, smart contract platform. By the way, Ethereum is like the only profitable smart contract platform in terms of like left to itself, there is more demand coming in with cash outside in the real world to sustain it. Okay. You also have another use case, privacy. Now, privacy is very interesting because we all know privacy, we all understand privacy, but here's the thing, privacy coins don't sustainably pump. Why? Well, I figured out why. I go, well, you don't pump because people want to do privacy transactions, but we don't want to store privacy in a coin. For example, you have a house, you want it to exist. You don't want to put like a big blanket over it and go, oh, I don't own this. And you know what I mean? Like on average, most people. But people want to use, for example, Monero and other privacy things just for like, you know, basic human rights. Like, hey, I don't want everybody to look into my bank account every 5 seconds, right? It is what it is. But privacy, it's an old narrative now. You understand? It doesn't get anybody excited. So the attention for that, like it's there, and then the growth potential is pretty much, it's linked with Bitcoin. It's like, however, you're a function of like whatever Bitcoin does pretty much. So that's why you'll see like Monero will hug Bitcoin's price. Okay, so you can see this. If you ever want to look at a relationship between anything, friends, you should always be charting against BTC. So you can just type in XMR, look at Monero BTC. We'll have a look at it together. And what we'll do is you put on a weekly chart. Okay, and you can see it here. Look at this. Actually, it's kind of crazy here. Monero BTC. See that? It's going sideways. Going sideways. So you had a pump up 2017, and now you've come all the way down here. That's actually wild to see, isn't that? But there you go. Everything. It's funny. I hadn't seen the chart. I put it for you live here with you. There you go. It's gone sideways. Okay. Now you think pumping up. No. It's just basically the market had here fair value. Everybody got excited for privacy, and then the privacy excitement died off. Here you have 2021, now it's a cycle, couldn't participate in anything, and then here you are, okay? So there you go, pretty much that's it, friends. You see lower and lower and lower, and here you go, making lower highs again. So you just see it as a pump and dump, friends, but actually it's not like, yes, you could see it, oh, pump and dump. Yeah, if you buy the wrong price, you're finished. You're literally finished. You never get back your Bitcoin value. I hope you do. I really hope you do. But you're just back to, okay, we're around where you started. You see that? So that's really interesting. Okay, so we went through, remember, Bitcoin store of value, Ethereum, layer 1 contracts, smart contracts, you've got privacy. You also have DEXs. That's another use case. But the use case and then the token, different things. Because you can be useful, but for example, friends, a hammer's useful? Yes. A hammer's worth $100,000. Should you hold a hammer and store your value in it? No. because they can just keep making other stuff, okay? Because that's what happens with these game, friends. You know, I share this story all the time. You really got to hear it again. In the 1890s, it was either the 70s or the 90s, train stocks went on a euphoric run. Train stocks. And retailers, the people in the stock market, train stocks went up so much for them, okay, that everybody believed that trains would be like all over the world, such that every single person in America would have their own train carriage. That's how optimistic and euphoric everyone was. That's why they priced up. Then they had like a 20-year depression pretty much for train stocks. But guess what? Trains went on to change the world. I'm a train maxi. Do you like trains? Trains are cool and useful. You see what I mean? And if you go and read all the documenting literature of people who went through the Great Depression and all these other things that happened in history, pretty much retailers, friends, the summary is always the same. It's basically like retailers, you know, they always underestimate competition. Always. They think this thing is the bee's knees. This is literally it. There's never going to be anything cooler than it. You can see that as I'm saying this to you, we can just draw this parallel. I'm like, wait a minute, this is exactly what's happening in crypto today. You know, in 2017, everyone thought, wow, Tron and Cardano and anything else, right? They're going to be the only cool things. Then comes 2021. Then you have Richard Hart with Hex. You have Dildo Quan with Luna. You have gaming and metaverse. You have this stuff. Wow. Superiority and all these things. You have Dogecoin. You have memes in SHIB. And everyone's saying, wow, this is the next coolest thing. Now we're in 2024, friends. What are we seeing? They're now old. Now it's like, hey, all right, we like memes, but we want new memes. Doge, kind of old. We want SHIB. I'm sorry, we want Peppy. Okay? We want Dog with a Hat. So Doge and SHIB, kind of the old, slow moves. We want the new stuff. See what's happening? Also, obviously, number one narrative is artificial intelligence, AI, decentralized AI. I don't even know. It's all fluff. I'm sure, friends, Eric Wall's going to do a deep dive one day. You figure out it's all fluff, but it doesn't really matter. You're trading attention. You see that? So most coins don't have product market fit. However, we have to flip our mindset. So friends, when you talk like that, you got to be careful because people will then have a loser mindset. If you are a boomer, you come and you go, oh, okay, nothing has product market fit. I walk away. Wrong. If you want to be right, you are the boomer who walks away. Okay, none of you guys are sustainable. There's no cash flow coming in. Right? You care about more being right, that person. I care about making money. I can see charts going up. I can see demand for stuff. I can see them going up over cycles, and so can you. So what I do is I go, well, can we put a pattern to this and a framework to identify why these things go up, how they go up? And we're starting to figure out, oh, okay, there's a pattern here. It's not to do with the product. It's the narrative. You understand? The narrative, the story is everything else. And people have a hard time admitting that. Why? It's because once you accept this and I feed you the broccoli and the chicken breast, friends, barbecue chicken breast, and I've given you this cold glass of sparkly water with some ice cubes in there, of course, 1, 3, or 5. Okay, once I start feeding you that, unfortunately, you have to admit, oh my gosh, every story, as it gets older, loses its effectiveness. Yes. Every crypto, every altcoin, 99% of them, okay? So that's why. Do you want to care about being right or making money? Okay, 1 out of 100 guys, someone out here is still holding a coin that's going to change the world in the future, okay? 1 of them. 99 aren't though, okay? So are you the 1 in 100? Because guess what? You ask every single person, they think they're 1 in 100. XRP people believe they're 1 in 100. Charlie Lee still thinks that Ethereum is pretty much going to go to 0 and money's going to rotate into Bitcoin and Litecoin's going to have EVM. He still thinks that, friends. I'm telling you, right? So these people just be monumentally, monstrously wrong. They'll never give up on that idea, okay? So they care more about being right. So you're looking at this and you have to have this framework. I'm sharing you the framework. Well, it's clear that we're Metcalfe's law. We're trading people moving in and out, but it's digital. So you're not going to a city and establishing yourself with wooden planks and lumber and plumbing out sewers of a city and building roads. You're not doing that. You're just clicking buttons through a bridge. It's digital. We're talking on social media. We're on Twitter-roonies. We're on the YouTubes where we are right now, okay? Like, subscribe, belly button, or keep your elbows very, very sharp, friends, please. And your squeaky chair, of course, too. So when you're sitting there with the straight posture, of course, you got to understand, you know this, okay? You can change your mind in 2 seconds. And so people can move on. Oh, they like Solana now. Why? It's up. They move. You see this going up and forth. So what's the pattern of people doing that? Well, I sat here hours and hours and hours and I realized, oh my gosh, most of these things, it's just off the age of the cycle. Most of these things, they don't have product market fit. Most things don't. It's very rare. You really got to invent stuff. Okay, so the winners of this cycle, friends, enjoy this Wojak and this peppy dancing. Okay, the winners of this cycle: artificial intelligence, AI, decentralized penis, which is physical infrastructure, decentralized science, and restaking. Okay, so that's pretty much it. AI, you know what it is. Like, I only have to show you the charts, friends. Just type in, like, for example, fetch one of the AI coins, of course. You can have a see. Look what they did from the bottom of their bear market. Wow, congratulations. Bang, you guys, like, oh man, I wish I had belief in AI down there. Congratulations, 40x from the low. You see what I mean? They'll break their highs. And that's where everybody is being participating. So AI, many coins like that. Obviously, don't buy the highs, friends. Don't buy the highs. I'm only going to buy crashes. Big, deep crashes. That's it. You don't touch these just because they're going up. Okay, that is bearish. I'm like, oh, I don't want to touch that. I'm a sucker now. I'm buying high. I'm not touching that. So actually, yeah, I've got to repeat this more, friends. Just because I show you this, I'm trying to get you to understand the story. But I wouldn't touch this until, like, if you had some sort of thing going down like that, maybe we can do that. Maybe. But, you know, it doesn't even have to. What if it just goes up from here? But you think about this, friends. Like, even from here to the top, that's another, what, 2x or 3x? It's not worth it. No, you've missed it. You just have to accept, okay, I didn't guess the right cycle one narrative. Guess what? 99% of people didn't either. Okay. You also have decentralized physical infrastructure, the decentralized science, and restaking. Restaking is, unfortunately, with restaking, most of the money, 90% of the money, goes to the VC insiders. They're making the chains and they're doing restaking and Igon layer, and they have ICOs and vulture capitalists, all these other scum in there. They're for insiders. Okay. You and me, we're an outsider. So with restaking, they're getting in all the retailers. So they make a pool. It's like Richard Hart's unlimited sacrifice. There's a pool. Everybody throw in your restaked Ethereum yield, and then we'll go do perform functions in there. And you can basically, I think they call it like a corporate bond of sorts, where you can do a service or something. It is what it is. Anyway, you're hoping that by the end of like a year and a half, you've earned, maybe you put in 1 ETH, you'll get hopefully 20% of your ETH back, and then like 20% extra worth of airdrops of like 7 different protocols and stuff. Okay, and then you're hoping, but look at the return on that. Okay, you put in 1 ETH, you get 1.4 back, which is better than nothing, right? Because ETH went up, but you only get 40% on your ETH. So I'm not here to play around with like kids like that. I'm here to try and make like 1,000%, try and make 10x on my ETH. That's what I'm here trying to do. You know, and by the way, even if you just make a 3x on your Ethereum, you've crushed it. You've literally killed them. You've killed them. You've made, friends, because they're making 40%, you're making a 3x. Think about that. Man, you are making, oh my gosh, you're making like 5, 4, 5. Yeah, you're making like 6 times, 6 to 7 times more than their actual profit. You killed them. You absolutely like destroyed them. But theirs is very, very low risk. That's why. They're banking on the airdrops being worth something, but they're handing in staked Ethereum. That's the thing. It's a no loss thing for them. That's why they don't take much risk, unless contract risk. They don't take much risk, so they don't get much of the reward upside. Okay, so that's basically cycle 1. That's what's actually been going on here. Now, there were some mini narratives last year. By the way, memes still have good product market fit, but it's got to be new memes. Oh, it's why memes fun, friends? Because capturing attention in the casino for new stuff, new. But you can only be new if you're actually new. You can't be new. You can't keep reinventing yourself every like 6 months to be new. That's why people just destroy coins and then make new ones, try to form new communities and stuff here and there. So most people in other all the stuff which I'll go through, we're going to see, they're finding it very hard to wrestle with this, because I understand, man. Look, I empathize with everyone. I don't hate anyone, friends. I'll never hate anyone. I know what you're going through, because for me, I basically like, Morpheus, friends, from the Matrix. I'm like, oh, now you can actually see the Matrix, but you might not like what you see. It's like really like Neo, right? Because now you're like, oh my gosh, every narrative I believed was just a meme itself. That's right. Yeah, you really got captured to it. Really got captured. Name it what it is, okay? Any single coin. Oracles, DEXs, this one's going to change the world. This coin's going to be the better store of value. This one's going to go forever. Yes, they're all stories to grab as much demand as they come in. And then when that weak hand hits extreme levels, you are at a point where it's risky to hold through the euphoria. But people don't want to admit that. They're like, what do you mean? No, because Bitcoin kept going up. See, that's the unfortunate other reality of it. Everybody will keep measuring against Bitcoin because of Bitcoin's earlier days. And, it doesn't take a genius to figure out, friends. We can always go back to the Bitcoin chart and look at this. It's just, look, friends, I know everyone wants to be the chosen coin. Guess what? Bitcoin's a store of value, man. It rallies in the bear market. That's it. Bitcoin is the market. You know what I mean? This is the Bitcoin chart. Everyone hopes they have this chart, but many don't. Okay? Because Bitcoin friends, cycle 1 coins, cycle 1 narratives. Guess what? Bitcoin was a cycle 1 industry. You know what I mean? It's a cycle 1 coin of a cycle 1 industry. It's like the first of the first. That's why It's called the first mover advantage. It was the first one, decentralized, and I guess the market, the world was just ready for this. It was just ready. And that's what you see, man. The market chose it. The market pretty much chose it. It chose it. It birthed the whole industry. So you have this. So it's the same thing as like Amazon, right? No one had Amazon's idea with Jeff Bezos taking the same thing, and everyone will try to compare themselves to it. But look, if you care more about being right, then you're going to try and be in the better Bitcoin. There are people, friends, still in BSV, Bitcoin Cash. They're like, well, we're going to be right. You know what? You might be, that's what I'm saying. You might be right. You're a better peer-to-peer cash, but you're not making money, are you? No, you're losing to Bitcoin. You're getting crushed on the idea. So that's something to think about, okay? So, I mean, you don't have to like, I could just show you right now, BSV versus Bitcoin. This is BSV/BTC. Look at this, just bleeding out value. You see that? Bang. So, yes, guess what? BSV, bigger blocks, better peer-to-peer cash. But guess what? You're not making money, are you? No, you've just lost to Bitcoin. So, most people, friends, are actually holding Cycle 2 coins and Cycle 2 narrative. A lot of us, right? Because basically that's what I'm in. Because you didn't know what was going to be a Cycle 1 narrative. You did not know they were going to be thing in 2022. You could only just try to guess, right? And it is what it is, right? So many people in oracles like Chainlink, alternative layer ones, you know, Binance, Cardano, even people in PulseChain, right? Everyone's like frustrated. People in DEX coins, people still holding Uniswap or the other ones, right? PulseX as well, still below, you know, everyone's like, oh, the day one stack so much break even, soy boys. There's older gaming coins as well. See, they're all Cycle 2 narratives. They were hot last season, and now they're not as hot. And people are wondering, hey man, because what they're doing is, friends, they go back to 4 years ago and they go, wait a minute, 4 years ago, you were moving. You were actually going up. What's going on? Everyone's getting frustrated. And now I've shown you why. What's when Neo, friends, looks into the matrix? What's the reason why? It's because you were new back then. You were part of the Cycle 1 narrative. It was your turn. You got graced with it. It's no longer your turn. Do you see? It's no longer your turn. Okay, go listen to someone else who tells you this. I don't really care. Okay, dopamine dealers will go tell you, no, it's your turn. The world just got to discover. Friends, XRP, you guys are a blessing to us all because of the example you showed us. XRP people always think that not enough people have heard of XRP. Not enough people believe in the adoption. Not enough people. Guess what, man? Every person in the world has heard of XRP. Trust me. We've all heard about you. We think you're shit. It's just your Cycle 4 narrative now. You're a payment solution. It doesn't get anybody excited. And the market chose Ethereum over you guys for a payment solution anyway. So you see what I mean? Now you could like be 100% XRP Maxi. And you'd be like, yes, if they just figured it out. Yeah, you could be right, man. You could be right. But there's like a 2% chance. I hope it works out for you guys. But I'm just saying, that's why a lot of you guys, you have a big portfolio position. You know, that's what I said. Hey, don't sell it. Don't sell it. I want you to sell anything. But add to other stuff, man. Add to memes. Add to Cycle 1 coins, Cycle 2 narrative stuff, PulseChain, PulseX, maybe do yield farming, go there, anything else, man. There's plenty of other stuff. Just keep adding to your bags. Just in case, man. Hedge against you being wrong. Hedge against it. Just in case you're wrong, all right? So you can see all of these fits. I hope it's starting to make sense, right? So this is a Wojak just driving at home, thinking and contemplating like, oh, man, when are my bags going to pump? When is it actually going to pump? Like, this is it, friends. You just got to accept back then it was a cycle. Back then, we were the new stuff. If you were in certain things like gaming and Axis and stuff, you were new back then. Now, trust me, Cycle 2 narratives, it's actually the best place to be. Why? Because you don't have to guess a narrative. You're given the narrative. You just have to get a good price and try to get a new coin of it. That's it. But you have to really believe. That's why you get rewarded at the end, because no one knows you're going to pump until the very end. That's why if it pumps up, we're just guessing at the end of the day. All right, I'm wearing a Jigglypuff hat. Literally, I'm wearing a Jigglypuff hat on the internet, Pokemon. So just take everything I say with a grain of salt. But hey, this is the Matrix. Doesn't it make sense now? It makes sense. Hey, why did that thing that everybody really believed in, why does it start fading away? No product market fit. It can't get people excited to join in. The market prices it in, prices it out, and go, that's it. It is what it is, okay? And also, it's because of digital cyberspace, friends. Whatever use case you have, we can just code it in somewhere else if we have the people. Okay? That's pretty much it. You see that? That's what it all comes down to, because you just code. Okay? What useful feature do you have? Oh, you've got a DEX feature? Okay, sweet. We'll just put on ours. What do you have now? We've got all the people. You see, this is how the real world and business competition works as well. Now, Cycle 3 coin holders, friends, are in the worst curse of all. They will experience their curse. Now, why? It's because when you're in your third cycle, you saw the glorious Cycle 1, you saw the diminished Cycle 2, but it was still good enough to retire. And now you think, okay, I've seen it twice, now I must FOMO in. Best example to use, friends, is XRP once again. Okay, perfect example. All right, you can see this when we go back here. So let's put it on a log chart. You can see XRP's first cycle was here, and it actually went big. Okay, it's big for the ICO Ripple. Ripple crushed it, okay, but you can't get here on the chart. This was an enormous run as well. XRP basically became its own narrative, payment solutions narrative. This is the mainstream thing. But then look at this. Look at this poopy third cycle. What happens here? All XRP got from the bottom of the zombie virus was a trashy 16x. From the middle of the bear market, or you got to the top was like a 6 or 7x, and it comes back down, you're basically 3 to 4. You see that? You see how it's good? Look at this. So you can see ICO investors win, and then you have a smelly poop here, right? Everybody thought XRP is going to hit $10 and stuff. Well, there you go. You're in third cycle. And what's everyone going to believe, though? They think it was the corrupt SEC. But you know, okay, if it was really the corrupt SEC, tell me, why does Litecoin, which has the same number of cycles, why did that also suck? You also have 1, 2, and then this was 3, the third cycle as well. You know, I can show this with more coins. Monero, I can show this with Tron. Interesting, right? Every coin from that era has the same price chart. Every coin in its third cycle only did this, like it touched the high or did a lower high or around a bit above the high, but it did not go on a super nuclear run. You see? So unfortunately, if you're in cycle 3, friends, I wouldn't touch anything cycle 3. Absolutely no way on earth. And yes, you have to now lose your logic. Yeah, wait a minute. Does that mean the stuff that you're holding today, cycle 2, does that mean next bear market you don't want to own them? Yes. Yeah, so far. Yeah, it does. Now, never say never. Never say never. You don't know. But yeah, on average, so far with this industry, you don't want to touch cycle 3 stuff. Next cycle, yes, that does include Hex. And coincidentally, it lines up with Hex's 10-year stakes coming out. So the market might price that in a year earlier because you have the enormous supply coming out in 10 years. But there's many others as well. I don't want to own Oracles next bear market, right? I don't want to hold, no way. I don't want to own Dexes. That'll be cycle 3. I don't want to touch DeFi. Yeah, it's it, friends. I'm not going to say, oh, we've got to friends, this is how Warren Buffett made all his money. Cigar butt investing, the last cigarette puff. You have enough confirmation for one, the market hasn't figured out that they're not going to be around forever, okay? And you're right in between, okay? Because you couldn't guess the right narrative. See, some people did guess the right narrative. Some people fluke shots. Some people who were in the first 5,000 people to get in Hex. Congratulations to you, but we can't go back in time and do that. So another thing, right? Alternative layer 1 chains, Ethereum EVMs. This is now cycle 2. That's why PulseChain has an advantage, okay? Because PulseChain's a new coin of that old narrative. So that's what I found was the sweet spot. Okay. I want to buy cycle 2 narratives, but I want to enhance the return. I want to get a new coin in that sector. For example, you want to buy gaming coins. Friends, I keep doing the launch pads for Paid and VVV or whatever else we can get. New gaming coins. That's good, right? Because you're like, okay, you guys pumped before, so you had a lot of product market fit back then. You're probably going to diminish now, but out of the subset, which ones would probably do the best? It will probably be the newer coins that get released. You see, because they're upgraded, they cater to people's demands. So there you go. So yes, if you're in a cycle 2 narrative, I mean, good luck to all of us holding them. That's most people in crypto are, because you're still bag holding the stuff from last season. That's right, because that's what probably drew most people in. But the new people coming in, friends, are just FOMO buying AI coins. It's kind of funny to see. So there you go, right? You get to see all this playing out. And yeah, it will mean alternative layer 1 chains, they are now cycle 2. Next season, in the bear market, they'll be cycle 3. So basically, you don't want to touch a L 1 chain. You probably might have to sit in Bitcoin and Ethereum and just see what opens up in crypto. What actually is there? What's optimal, right? It might just be the bear market. And maybe you say, well, you know what? I'm just going to hold Bitcoin and Ethereum. Look, clearly, you can see right now, for overwhelming majority of people in this bear market, the right thing to do was hold Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you're in altcoins, you're still bleeding. I mean, like this was even like the harshest part. Even with like, for example, PulseChain, for example, friends, PulseChain versus ETH. You can have a look here. This is the chart, friends. This was the high. PulseChain versus ETH is down 85% from that launch high. 85%. This is from May 2023. Look, it hit a low of 90%. So, you know, from here, this is look how low it is from the sacrifice ratio. It is down 42% from the sacrifice price from 3 years ago, right? And it makes sense because Ethereum was 1,800 back then, and now it's like doubled, and you're only getting the day 1 sack price. So there you go. See, as you can see, right? Pulse is back to day 1 sack, and Ethereum's like doubled. There you go. So you're around minus 42% offside. So, but you're not playing for these things to just like take snapshots in time, right? So I'm still playing for, I'm hoping it gets up to this target up here. And from here, you get like I'm hoping it breaks the launch high and it gives like a double. I'm hoping that. I'm hoping one day it gives a double, which means today, that'd be nice. A nice 14x versus ETH. If ETH does like a 3 from here or a 2, then you're getting like a 26 to 48. That's what we're hoping. We're hoping that happens, okay? But yes, that means in the next cycle, alt layer 1s will be an older third narrative. That's right. And I don't want to touch it. Same as everything else, right? They'll be even older and older and older. Now, here's the thing. But when I mean I don't want to touch them, they still go up, friends. But you have to wonder, who's winning? Well, it's the people who got in early who get to dump the inflation, right? Even in XRP, friends, you see XRP is doing exactly what it was designed to do. It was to reward Ripple, all right, who just get to dump the inflation up here. That's it. It's the same as early Litecoin miners, Dogecoin miners, here and there, okay? So on the topic of Dogecoin, it was the unicorn, right? Because Doge did better in its third cycle, okay? It did better in its third cycle than it did before that. That is never before heard of. Look from the bottom to the top. Doge did a 535x, but from here, let's see what it did. It did a 200x. But that was, look, friends, what happened here? Doge had a cycle 1 narrative of meme coins appear because Elon Musk memed it, right? So that's the advantage. So it's very rare, right? So if there a narrative appears, literally, that's all your odds are. If a new narrative appears, there's only like 2 to 5% of coins in the crypto subset that can actually participate in it, right? And that's why you also saw Cardano, so ADA, right? This is also interesting. If you look at Cardano, okay, Cardano from its ICO in its first return did 420x, okay, 420x for its ICO, and it did like 150x in the next one. But it still did good in the next one, right? Even though it was diminished. It was still diminished. But what happened? Because Cardano had Ethereum's alt layer 1 narrative with it. Ethereum got too expensive and Cardano was saying, oh, wow, we're a competitor. And the market chose it as well, right? But you still had a diminished return, but you still did well. But that's why it did well the best. One of the best of everything else. Everything else that was older as well got crushed. So a lot of people, psychological fans, I play some gentle angel music for those gentle people. I understand why it's hard for you to believe what I'm saying. Even though I just showed you 1,000 charts, I'm just going to go through this over and over and over again and go do the research yourself. I don't really care. It's because crypto has something for everyone. It has a story for everybody. And it comes in and it really grips you. And a lot of people, for example, still believe in like real DeFi. Okay, yes, friends, I believe in real DeFi too. Here's the thing though, most people don't. Most people don't care. So yes, it's still great, self-sovereignty and crypto and all these beliefs, but 95% of people in here are still here to make money. They don't care about decentralization. They don't care about middlemen and fees and stuff here. And they don't actually really care about it. They're happy to pay the Ethereum fees or the Uniswap fees if they're able to make more money and get more value out of it. So, for example, I know a lot of people came for Richard Hart's principles, real DeFi and free speech and all these. Yeah, they are more grand. They're very, very grand to try to capture a big market share. However, they are nothing to AI in this cycle. That's it. They're absolutely nothing. That's not me saying it. The charts don't say it. Did a 40x from low to high, absolutely crushed it and went mental. So, and unfortunately, you got to think, okay, in the next cycle, is that going to diminish again? We don't know. We don't know. Same for every single coin, friends. Payment solutions. Remember, XRP, Ripple pretended to care about Western Union and people in third world countries back when they started. That's why Ripple flipped XRP flipped Ethereum back in 2017 momentarily. But then it just turned out to be a load of bullshit, and no one really cared after that. Ripple don't really care. They just dump on everyone. They're BS. Oh, we don't care. They don't care about poor people at all. Okay, they're making poor people. Literally, they don't care about them. They're making them. So it's a funny way to think about it. You see, these narratives grip everybody. That's why if you are a Maxi in your coin, you believe that your narrative trumps everything, and everybody else is stupid if they only saw your site. But let me tell you something. I've seen everyone. Everybody's a Maxi. And everybody has 100% conviction in their own religion. And guess what? Not all of them are going to win. Only like 1 out of 50 are going to win. And guess what? Bitcoin's doing pretty good. Ethereum's going to survive. You see, product market fit, proper product market fit, very, very rare. So you're looking at all these, friends. I'm going to go through here, right? Cycle 4 coin holders have given up on life. They are in extreme cope mode. XRP and Litecoin, for example. Litecoin's now it's a store of value, right? Cycle 4 narrative. Its narrative was just faster Bitcoin, by the way. Faster Bitcoin, no product market fit. See, that doesn't excite you anymore. Oh, faster Bitcoin. No one even cares about Craig Wright and Satoshi and stuff anymore. You see, the attention fades away. You care about artificial intelligence, Are they going to do 100x? Are they going to make an AI DEX? What's a new coin coming out? You see, that's what you care about. That's the crypto market, right? Everyone's trying to figure out this stuff here and there. So I've given you the blueprint. You're going to have to evaluate everything that you do right now. Don't panic per hand anything. Don't panic anything. I'm just letting you know that the stakes are high if you don't take any profit in this bull market. The stakes are very, very, very high, because not only do you have to sit through the pain of a bear market, you have to sit through the pain of a bear market with a now older coin. All right. So, but look, you do get multiple chances to get out. And what I mean by get out, here's the thing, right? As your portfolio is sinking in the next bear market, you have a chance to rotate your coin into the other dead coins. For example, AI coins went to the floor as well. Everything dropped minus 95%. But here's the thing. Do you want to risk that? What if you miss out? What if you don't correctly predict the next narrative? What if you just picked wrong? Because you have no idea about this blueprint. You don't know what's going to be popular in the next one. So this is basically crypto in a nutshell. That's why it all works the way it does. I guess it's a gift to you, be able to give this to you for free. This is like a mastermind, if you will, for free, friends. This is basically how it works. And yes, you have to accept that, friends, just like women have a hard time wrestling that they have a biological clock, okay? And men who used to consider them attractive when they were younger, the numbers slow down over time. That's just see, girls have to accept it. But now men, I'm telling you too, and squirrels and pups and ducks and girls and everyone else in between, okay? You have to accept the same thing too, that you're in a coin, it's getting older. It's getting uglier. The skin's starting to sag. It's getting fatter. That's pretty much it. It's getting fatter. The bags are heavier, and here it is, okay? And yes, I'm not going to go through every coin, friends. I don't go around and just constantly poke every single one here and there. But yeah, sometimes truth hurts, man. What do you want me to do? Tell you that, don't worry, you're in the right narrative that's going to kill it. And everyone else is stupid. Not so fast, okay? So think about it. Do you want to be right or do you want to make money? We're going to continue on this intellectual plight later on. Make sure you like, subscribe. Catch you soon.